Hi everyone, my name is Ankush and welcome back to Learnomate Technologies YouTube channel. In this lecture, we will be talking about a very important concept of generative AI. We called it as a vector database. So what is the difference between vector database and our traditional database? So that is what we are going to discuss with our today's lecture. Again, before I start, please do like, subscribe and share this channel with everyone. So what is vector database? If I compare this vector database with our traditional database, like for example, we have Oracle is there, MySQL is there, PostgreSQL and many other databases are there. Normally what happened with our traditional RDBMS database, for example, let's say there is one table is there, the table name is courses, okay, and we have multiple courses are there, like this is my courses name. So we have multiple courses are available. Now these are the courses from Learnomate. And in Learnomate we have multiple courses are available, like let's say Oracle DBA, then we have PostgreSQL DBA. Okay, assume that we have a courses table and these are my records are available, including my MySQL DB also. Okay, now consider a situation that there is a user one, he got connected to the courses table and he is just saying like he's just firing a command like select star from courses where course name equals to Oracle DBA, where course name equals to Oracle DBA. So that request will go to the table and it will check whether the Oracle DBA is available there or not. Yeah, it is there. So it will show that okay, the Oracle DBA course is available with Learnomate. But this is like, you know, a similarity search, what we called it as this is a similarity search. So whenever we are talking about the RDBMS, the traditional databases, they are doing the similarity search only. Similarity search means here the Oracle DBA request will be matching with the record of Oracle DBA. If it is available, then and only then you will get the output. But let's take an example. If someone is asking like, do you have database courses available in Learnomate? Now this database keyword is not available in the table, so we will get the error message like no row selected, means there is no record with the database. But we know as a human, we know as a database administrator that database courses are there. What are the database courses are there? Oracle is a database course, PostgreSQL is a database course, MySQL is a database course. So what my expectation is someone is asking whether you have any database courses, then this result should send to the client and then and only then the client will join our Learnomate as a student, right? So this is the main problem with the traditional database. Now this traditional database problem has been fixed by the vector database. So what will happen in the vector database? Okay, so in vector database all your content, so basically your content will be stored in the form of vector. So you consider that when I have written like Oracle DBA in the database, in the vector database, it can be stored like 1, 2.5, 3, 3.5, some number. So in the form of numbers, that number we called it as a vector or embed also. So whenever we are talking about the vector database are storing your string or character or your data in the form of vector only. Now how it is going to helpful for you? So basically, if someone is saying that do you have a database technologies in your company, then by using this vector database it will retry the result that okay, so Oracle DBA is a database, MySQL is a database, SQL Server is a database, PostgreSQL is a database. So your database is going to be compared with your Oracle database, because this is like a similarity search. So normally in the traditional database it will do the equal search, means same to same data it will try to identify, but in the vector database it will go with the meaningful data or similarity kind of search. Because when we talk about the database, now this database can be your Oracle also, or SQL Server or any other database. This is the magic which has been done by the vector database. This vector database is mostly used with your this. Whenever you are talking about the vector database, you will always, it will be always used with the RAG. Now RAG is also one terminology you might have heard when you are learning about the generative AI. Just to make you understand about the RAG, I will tell you one example. For example, let's say you are going for an exam. Okay, let's say you are going for an exam. In the exam, like before you go to the exam, you must have read some of the books, right? You must have read some of the books. Now what happened if I ask you, you do one thing. Let's say you got some questions. Okay, let's say you got some questions in the exam. So whatever you have read from this book, by reading that book only, you are going to provide the answers. Okay, and that is what the LLM models are doing right as of now. So what LLM models are doing, we have a huge amount of data. So this is my huge amount of data has been trained. On this huge amount of data, your model had been trained, and based on that it is giving you answer. Okay, that's what happening to. But let's take an example. If I say that, okay, now this is not closed exam, this is an open exam, open book exam, open book exam. So in open book exam, what they are doing, they are asking you, okay, you open the books, so you have all your data available now, and they are going to ask the question. Now these questions, whatever questions which has been asked in the exam, is not exactly same to same which is available in the book, right? The exam questions, because it is open book exam, so definitely the question will be like, you know, a kind of tricky question. But what you need to do, you are going to read these books, you are going to think. Okay, you are going to think, you are going to do the analytical decision, and based on that you are going to provide the answers. So this is where the RAG play a very important role. But where the RAG will store the data, it will store into the vector database only. Sometimes we have observed that the LLM model can go into the hallucinations, and it will give you the wrong answers also very confidently. That is the reason, if you go with the LLM, like we already have a model which is trained with the huge amount of data, along with that we are providing him a real-time data access, we called it as a RAG, and then there is a chances that the answers which you are getting from the model is almost 100% correct only. So basically your prediction, the prediction of your answers is definitely going to be increased, right, by using this RAG technology, because RAG has the access to your real-time data, like, you know, it can call API services also internally. So how this vector database works internally along with the RAG, let me tell you the flow chart of it. So if you see this diagram, basically the first thing is user is going to ask some question. So like if I just take an example of database, user is going to ask the question, how to recover a deleted table in Oracle database. Okay, this is the simple question which has been asked by the user, but this question will not be understood by the LLM model, right? So what it will do, it is going to convert that question into the embedding. So I told you, right, this embedding is basically your vectors. Okay, now search similar vectors into the vector database. Now you have asked some questions, whatever questions you have asked, it has created some of the vectors, right? These vectors will be matched with the vectors which are available in the vector databases. Search similar vector in vector database, retry relevant checks. So from this database, whatever vectors which are matching or similarity vectors are there, that will be retried. Send retrieval data to LLM. Now this, like, as soon as you got the data, right, but you cannot understand this data, right? So that data will go to the directly to the LLM generate the final answer. So LLM will have a data which is already trained with us, then the real-time data which is coming from the vector databases, which is the most relevant data, and finally you will get the answers. So this is how, you know, your internally vector database works. Apart from this, there are many popular vector databases are available in the market. For example, there is a Pinecone, which is a very famous vector database. Then we have Chroma is there, Qdrant is there. Apart from this, there are many vector databases are there where you can do the practice. consider a situation that you want to play with the vector databases. Then what all options are available nowadays? All the big industries are using the vector database. For example, if I just take an example of Netflix, right? Let's say whenever you are watching any action movie, automatically you will find that you will get the next action movie basically in your suggestions. For example, let's say you are searching with some shoes, right? So automatically you will get the shoes on your right hand side. That is the relevant searches you will get whenever you are watching any videos related to the, let's say, YouTube videos on database technology. So you will see a lot of suggestions for database related videos also. Now you are looking about the vector database, right? So definitely you will see a lot of videos related to the generative AI also, and especially from our channels. So that's how, you know, the vector databases are used by the Netflix. Then e-commerce are using, multiple companies like Hotstars, many companies, everyone is using the vector database, and it is a need of the IT industry to understand that how the vector databases are working. Apart from this, if you are looking for any trainings related to the generative AI or data science with GenAI, you can reach out to the Learnomate. So you can just click here, and there are very good courses which we have created specially for the generative AI, along with the data science and data analyst also. So please reach out to the team, and thank you so much.